In the course of this campaign that you did.
Hello?
Hi, and welcome to another Spacebound video. Today we'll be going through a list of top-notch men and women who managed to find the love of their life. Money was just merely a coincidence in their relationships. Number 15, Ivana Trump.
What did he do to attract you?
It actually wasn't on the slopes of the Canada. Don didn't ski at all when we met.
Did you know who he was? Big real estate tycoon?
Don wasn't then the big real estate tycoon.
Trump's first wife, there really isn't much to be found about her past aside from it being a rough one, so of course she gets a couple +1 sympathy points from me, but she's still a freaking gold digger. After moving to the US in the late 70s, Ivana was lucky enough to meet Trump in 77 where they'd soon wed. During their 15-year marriage, they had 3 kids, Ivanka, Donald Jr., and Eric, which pretty much cemented her fortune. Their marriage seemed to have been more beneficial, however, as Ivana had a large stake in many of his enterprises. At the time, Donald was worth $2 billion, but Ivana only managed to pull out $25 million. Following this, Ivana was off being a sugar mama of her own to a 34-year-old man, and she was 57. Number 14, Tracey Edmonds.
How are you, Tracey?
Hi, how are you?
How do you feel about Obama today?
I'm so happy, I'm elated, I'm optimistic, I'm hopeful.
Okay, so yes, she is a gold digger, but I have to have some respect for her. She was pretty strategic about her money, and it worked out very well for her. It first started when Tracey met a songwriter named Babyface, and they would marry for 14 years and have 2 kids. At least being half smart with the money she got from her divorce, Tracey would invest it into feature-length films, and now she's a recognizable name in the industry, making a reasonable return off of investments. Through this, she's also met comedian Eddie Murphy, which didn't even really last a year by the way, and NFL Hall of Famer Deion Sanders, who they're still together. Throughout all of this, she's managed to build her name in the filming industry and now holds a net worth of over $30 million. Now that's definitely how you dig for gold. Number 13, Arlene Silver.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is my beautiful child bride, Arlene Silver Van Dyke.
Dick is 46 years older than I am.
I saw her in the green room at a SAG Awards dinner, and this girl walked by, and I never approached a strange woman in my life. And I just, for instinct, so I walked over and sat down and introduced myself.
It wouldn't really make too much sense to have a list of gold diggers if one of the spouses weren't at least doubled to almost tripled in age. This is where Arlene's relationship comes into play as Hollywood actor Dick Van Dyke starts to get with her. Meeting each other on set, Arlene was Dick Van Dyke's makeup artist, so it gave them a lot of quality time together. Now, he is certainly no billionaire, but having a net worth of only $30 million, Arlene knows how to pick her prey. When it comes to deciding on who's a good gold digger, price tag is an important factor, but there's also a factor of least resistance, and with all due respect, Dick, being 91, doesn't really have too much time left, and I can't imagine old Dick Van Dyke is getting all that frisky at his age anyway. Number 12, Shawn Southwick. Possibly one of the greatest television personalities of all time, Larry King is certainly an inspiration to most, including many other celebrities. So with such an astounding reputation, it's only natural to expect a lot of wealth from the same source. Shawn Southwick felt the same way when she quickly planted her love seed and also married Larry in 1997. After some time in their marriage, Shawn filed for divorce but quickly canceled it, probably because she realized King was filed for bankruptcy a couple of different times in the past and pays alimony to other 7 greedy women. Now I'm thinking she's probably taking the terms "till death do us part" pretty seriously at this point. Number 11, Rossano Rubicondi. Oh, the irony. So if you recall the 34-year-old man that Ivana went after Trump, this is him. Don't feel good about being subject to any particular strong gold diggery, huh? Using this opportunity to gain media coverage, the fame-hungry Rossano used Ivana to have a largely covered wedding, appear on a few talk shows, and also featured in his own Italian reality TV show. Unfortunately for him, Ivana didn't like getting a taste of her own medicine, so she quickly divorced a year later in 2009. Number 10, Melania Trump.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Come on. I mean, really, come on. Over the years, Trump has had 3 wives, all proven to be gold diggers. On top of this, Melania is 46 and Donald is 7 years old. He's rude, insensitive, and ignorant, and before his presidency had barely shown any norms of public display of affection for her or each other in general. Come on. Number 9, Anna Nicole Smith. Still, love God at the age of 89, businessman Jay Howard must have definitely had some kind of way with words to have married Playboy model Anna Nicole Smith, then age 26. I'm sure his net worth of $1 billion was only an added benefit, and that true love, despite their 63-year difference, was really all that mattered. Number 8, Vivian V. Stiviano.
And you're in love with me. And I'm black and Mexican, whether you like it or not, whether the world accepts it or not.
Born October 1982, Stiviano is almost 50 years younger than the 80-year-old billionaire.
Surprisingly, not all gold digger relationships end up with the woman receiving part of the rich ex-husband's assets. Following their divorce, it was made known that Donald Sterling was racist after an audio recording was leaked between him and Vivian about when she'd hang out with Magic Johnson. After the divorce, she ended up having to pay back $2.6 million because of the gifts he had given her at some point in time. Number 7, Nicole Alexander. It was clear from the beginning that when it came to money, Nicole really didn't care who she was with, as it is with all gold diggers. She embarrassed herself by dating Flavor Flav, but eventually upgraded from $9 million to former NBA player Shaquille O'Neal, the third richest NBA player ever. Luckily, Shaq caught on quickly and dropped Nicole to the curb. Number 6, Kevin Federline. I guess guys can be gold diggers too. Interesting. Previously a dancer, Kevin Federline married Britney Spears because clearly there isn't any money in dancing. In their divorce, he managed to win himself $1 million and, following Britney's mental breakdown, gained custody of their 2 kids, adding an additional $20,000 per month in child support. Too bad for him though, money isn't all he gained following their divorce. Number 5, Heather Mills. Sir James Paul McCartney, a world-renowned musician and singer-songwriter, unfortunately lost a good chunk of his earnings to his ex-wife of 6 years, Heather Mills. Winning $55 million from their divorce with an added $100,000 a month in child support, it's made pretty clear what her priorities were and most likely still are. It's amazing to see how money can affect the people around you. Number 4, Crystal Harris. He was one man who I definitely praise for his brilliance. I should probably be taking notes. That's probably a lot of you too. Anyways, while married to Hugh Hefner, Crystal Harris was 27 and he was 86. They were supposed to get married in 2011, but after appearing in an issue of Playboy, called it off. Just a year later, they were married, but Hugh, being the genius he is, made Crystal sign a perpetual agreement, basically meaning that she won't get jack shit from him. She still gets perks from living in the house and being his wife, which will most likely still earn her tons of money, and I'm talking in the millions, so good for her, I guess. Number 3, Gabriel Aubry.
I'm here today with Gabriel Aubry, who is the new spokesperson for Charisma. So can you tell us a little bit about how you got involved with the collection?
Well, they approached me to do the campaign, and I thought it was a nice change.
In a nasty custody battle, Gabriel, a former Canadian model, wanted full custody of him and also Halle Berry's children, along with $20,000 a month in child support. After a lengthy battle marking Halle's third loss in love, Gabriel was rewarded $16,000 a month in child support as well as $115,000 in retroactive pay for court costs. Now Berry just says her ex is a bum and needs to stop living off child support like a lot of others do. Number 2, Elin Nordegren. Tiger was quite known for being the best player on and off the green, and it's no wonder he managed to be so good with so many different holes to practice with. As for Elin, she quickly entered the spotlight when Tiger Woods became a part of one of the largest celebrity scandals ever. Despite the heartbreak with Tiger's 14 mistresses, Elin walked away with $100 million. The $100 million wasn't enough for her though, as she soon moved from a professional athlete to a 50-year-old billionaire coal investor, Chris Klein. And finally, number 1, Oksana Grishina. Dating for just about a year or so, our proclaimed gold digger Oksana managed to have a beautiful baby girl with renowned actor Mel Gibson. According to Mel Gibson's lawyers, the tapes of him yelling racial slurs and threats of murder that caused a media firestorm and uproar of his name were part of a plot to get her hands on his $400+ million fortune. After their breakup, Gibson offered $15 million as an out-of-court settlement. She refused, thinking she'd win more, but she only got $750,000. Bad choice, but overall, just don't be a gold digger. And with all of that said and done, that was 10 gold diggers you won't believe actually exist. If you've enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for better content to come in the future. Also, make sure you don't forget to check out a couple other videos that I've done in the past. They're pretty decent. They'll be on your screen right now with annotations to them. And have yourself a pretty good day.